I'm Huples Cat, and in this video I'm going to open up this Apocabox Plus box. This is my first premium box from Apocabox. Let's open it really fast and then we'll have a look at what's inside it. So Apocabox Plus is fairly new. I missed out on the first one. This is the second one they've done. And there's 3 items in here that you don't get in a normal Apocabox. A Soldier food prep knife, made in Germany. Some Apocabox tooth floss. However, do not use this on your teeth. Warning. So there's 50 feet of this. Apparently it's 15 times stronger than steel. It's invisible to most thermal imaging devices and ultraviolet detection systems. So I guess the idea is to set up an early warning system that human beings, even if they've got tactical gear, can't find. Now it is fire resistant and it does float, and so you can't use this as fire starting. Possibly has some uses in a fishing kit as well. From Simple Shot, this is the Torque X Slingshot. I believe this is a target. If you want to go to Simple Shot, have a look at that. So this is what you actually get. Slingshot. Now I have had one of these before from Apocabox and I was kind of impressed with it. Do you need help? Warnings. A sticker. So you get a set of bands and it tells you how to do it, and it tells you how you should start off, and it tells you how to wrap it, and you also get these as well. It's a little small, but it's designed I think for bug out type use, and it has some utility to me, not a huge amount. If you're going to try and use this type of a system to feed yourself and grit down, you're going to die. It does have some uses though from a security point of view, but I ain't getting into that in any of my videos. So what do you get in the actual basic Apocabox? You get some processed gone off fat for skincare. This is Creek Stewart's new product. I'll give Creek his due. He's always coming up with stuff to try and make money and trying to extend the idea of survival. Kind of a fun way to do it. Getting into skincare. Now it's grass-fed tallow, which is completely pointless. I don't know why it makes any difference. It's still animal abuse, in my opinion, as a vegan. Now apparently Creek Stewart has psoriasis. So did I for a long time. I had it quite bad. I would always get it here or on my knees, and it was very kind of irritating. And then one day I stopped eating meat and dairy and fish and eggs, and it went away and has never ever come back. But if you don't have self-discipline, you could use a product like this. He does point out you can use this for many other things, like extending fires, waterproofing, anti-rust material. So there is use to this, and I won't be throwing it out. And in fact I might even use it as a cream for my hands and grit down, because your hands are going to get wrecked by daily work. Oh, by the way, should I become an affiliate and start selling it? I had one of these before as well. This is a very slow moving fish, or a turtle killer. It's supposed to be used for frogs, but if you're going to use it for frogs, please make sure you can tell the difference between a frog and a toad. Well, it works. Let's see if we can get on the microphone. This is a Pacific Rim hand sickle. Kind of okay. You can easily fix up wood to this and screw it into place. Usually Creek sends the screws. There's no screws sent with this, so when I store it I'll add my own screws. So if I ever want to use it when I pull it out of the box, and it would have to be an Apocabox for me to use a tool like this, I'll have the screws. Be ready for anything with these two 24-inch straps. Velcro, plastic I think. Now this confuses me. I wouldn't go rock climbing with these, but in an emergency, that's pretty impressive. Straps like this are an essential piece of kit for me when I'm kayaking or camping, and I'm very happy to have these two. So a lot of you guys and gals out there are planning to bug out by car, and I'm not, but if you are, this is kind of an okay thing. I'm not sure it's rugged enough for the use, but it's actually a tyre repair kit. It's not going to go very far on this, but there it is. And there's the instructions. Creek claims to have used it literally dozens of times. I suggest Creek that you maybe slow down on dirt roads. Now he does point out something quite important. This is a great piece of kit to keep in your car, but unless you have a 12-volt air compressor, it ain't gonna work. I think I've seen spray cans that do the same thing for tyre inflation. That might be a better thing to carry, but I can understand why if you are carrying a tyre inflation device on your car, a 12-volt battery one, that's a good piece of kit. But I wouldn't want to be driving around on it after use. Now before we get into my best item in the kit, and the last item, something I actually don't need but I will show you that in a second. This is the Creek Stewart Holiday Gift Guide. There's Creek. You can get all these wonderful products at my store. I have no affiliation and no discount with Creek Stewart or Apocabox. I get them and I've been getting them since 2014 because quite frankly I knew nothing about bushcrafting and probably nothing much about prepping in 2014, and the Apocabox over the years has actually taught me stuff that I'm really happy to have learned, and it's been good for me. And I'm still getting it, and I actually upped my subscription to the Apocabox Plus purely and simply because I get quite a lot of pleasure out of going through them every couple of months. Why don't I need this? Well, I don't know if I've told you before, but I'm a vegan. What this effectively means is I'm not ever really cooking with hot oil. I'm certainly never deep frying in oil. And that's the number one indication for using a fire blanket. But why did I want it? I'm going to put this in my burns kit. Because if the burns victim is still on fire, and oftentimes people's clothing and even flesh is still on fire when you have to respond to them, this will help smother it and protect me from getting too hot whilst I treat them. So there you have it, October Apocabox Plus 2023 reviewed, but not used. And you have to use gear to actually really review it or understand it. So a large part of the gear I get from Apocabox I just put into containers for the apocalypse, and I'll figure it out there and then whether it's any use or how to use it. But some of the gear goes into my everyday use. This is going to go into my emergency SHF fishing kit. This is going to go next to my burns kit. This is going to go in the fishing kit as well. This will probably find its way into a first aid kit. It's always nice to have a very sharp knife in a first aid kit. These I'm going to put in my camping and kayaking stuff. Very impressed how strong these are. The rest of it gets stored for the apocalypse. Hope you like this video. If you did like this video, consider giving me a subscription and following every single second of every single video I ever put out there. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Toodles. This has been a Wolfie Terrier 2023 production. No terriers were harmed in the production of this video. It's invisible to most UV light sources and thermal imaging device. It's invisible to most light sources and thermal imaging. It's invisible to most